I was just going to ask whether earlier in your career in the clothing industry, did you ever find yourself working in in factories whose management ethics you weren't comfortable with?
Yes, but to not a lot extent. But what I was, I was in charge for assessing few factories, and there I have seen a lot of, a lot of times I ran into places where I was extremely uncomfortable with the ethics of how the factory is running. Unfortunately, and again, I won't blame only the factory. It is also the brands, which are really pushing the factories to, a low price and quick turnaround time, which is unreasonable. Whatever poor planning and, they want a higher margin at the, at the Western countries, and they push the factories, whether, what the factory management is doing is right or wrong. I'm not the one to judge, but I can say that definitely there is a lot of drive is, or the reason behind is from the brands which are pushing for unreasonable prices, unreasonable lead time. And I have seen many instances where for 2 cents, the millions of dollars of business have gone to a different country and different factories, which means for the factory owners, whether if there is no order, what you have planned for the next 3 months is suddenly it is not there for 2 cents. What do? You run into heavy losses because you have to still run the factory. You still have to pay the wages, but so then they tend to cut corners, and whether that act itself is right or wrong, we would never do that. For example, we would never do that business, but some out of existential crisis, some factories might do that. So I ran into quite a few factories like that. And, that is one of the inspiration for me. When I came back, I decided we will never do our operation like this. We will do the right thing, whether our customer demands or not. If some customer demands that, then he is not the right customer for us. Unfortunately, sometimes these brands or retailers are the one claim to be really ethical, and they market to the consumer first, and they are doing 200 things, but on the ground, because of them, there are a lot of factories going out of existence. So it's unfortunately sad story or sad end of this greenwashing that is happening, or that has been happening for a few years now.